Trump mania took over the GOP. Day after day, he's been surging in the polls and he's been grabbing headlines, standing by his controversial comments about Mexican immigrants.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. You have people coming in, and I'm not just saying Mexicans. I'm talking about people that are from all over that are killers and rapists. And I mean, they're coming into this country.
No, there's no apology because what I said is right. I mean, what I said is 100% right.
It's totally accurate. The border is a disaster, Bill. People are pouring in, and I mean illegal people, illegal immigrants, and they're pouring in.
It's insulting and it's factually wrong. And companies are feeling the heat from people's response. They're fleeing from him. Today, a new one. The largest U.S. mattress manufacturer, Serta, is ending its relationship. Who even knew Trump had a mattress deal? But go ahead, add it to the list. Right now, some of the right, they seem unsure whether to take all this seriously. We see headlines like this one. The GOP fears Trump hurting brand. And on the other hand, Republican strategists say Trump poll numbers will drop. But my opinion is they're right to worry. He will not back down. And last night, he did it again.
Because you look at the statistics on rape, on crime, on everything coming in illegally into this country, they're mind-boggling. I mean, somebody's doing that. You're saying it's women being raped. Well, who's doing the raping? Who's doing the raping?
Yeah. Joining me now is Dana Milbank and Angela Rye. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Rev.
Dana, how can they not be worried when he's saying things like that he said last night?
Well, I don't see how they can't be worried, Reverend, because he's basically exploiting the system they created. You know, he knows what hot buttons to hit to fire up that Republican electorate. No background, so he can say whatever it is he wants. He knows exactly what to say. So in a sense, he's making a mockery of the whole Republican primary system. And the other thing is he's got a ton of money so that he's capable of putting the ads out there. He's got a ton of name recognition, which is why you're seeing him basically in second place only to Jeb Bush in the polls. So there's many reasons to be concerned. Donald Trump's not going to be the president, but he can make them miserable for a very long time.
Angela, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly was the GOP damaged this week by Trump?
11. Is 11 an option? Rev, when I think about it, again, we talk about this so many times, the fact that the GOP actually spent real money in figuring out how they could stop the bleed with minority voters, with women, with young people, and the fact that Donald Trump has almost single-handedly this week undone all of that work. Of course, we know that they haven't made substantial investments, but what we have seen is the Republican Party's true colors. The fact that very few of the candidates, and really none of the candidates, have said much worth its salt in terms of holding him accountable on this. Businesses have stepped up in a larger way to hold him accountable than his counterparts. I don't understand why it's just Hillary Clinton calling him to the carpet on this and talking about how horrible these comments are. We're talking about a community in this country, Hispanic buying power, Rev, is at $1.3 trillion just last year. Yeah. Imagine the impact of their votes and the fact that their votes are a large part of what helped carry Obama in 2012.
It's part of what they were reaching out to. One candidate did hold him in check. I'm going to come right back to that, Angela. But another candidate who did disagree was Jeb Bush, Dana, and yet we see that Trump has been constantly attacking Trump as well. Last night he did it again. Watch this.
I'm not a Bush fan. And I say the last thing we need is another Bush. The Bush family should rest and relax and go back to, you know, sitting on boards and picking up checks. Yeah. Because this guy will never be able to make our country great. He doesn't have the energy. He doesn't have what it takes.
How big a problem is this for the Republicans, for him to constantly keep attacking Jeb Bush, the front runner?
Right. You see, once again, look, he's read the polls. He knows the pulse of the primary electorate. He knows what he has to do to draw blood. And because he has so much attention and because he has so much name recognition, it really works. And you see Jeb Bush, particularly, and the other candidates trying to ignore him like he's not there. But it's pretty hard to ignore this enormous megaphone that is Donald Trump. So, you know, this is going to continue. He's presumably, if he continues to poll this way, going to be there on the debate stage, and he's going to make a mockery of this primary season for the Republicans.
Angela, as I said, I would get back. One candidate did come out today, Chris Christie, and he rejected Trump's comments about Mexican immigrants and more. Listen to this.
The comments were inappropriate and they have no place in the race. I think it's been well documented over time that there have been certain elements of our party that have been unfriendly to elements of our population, including the Latino community, and we need to change that because we need to broaden our party to create a coalition that's going to be able to win national elections.
Now, go back to the debate stage Dana just talked about. Jeb Bush has said he disagrees with Donald Trump. Now Chris Christie has come in. Christie's known as the guy that will get in your face. Could he be the guy on the debate stage to take Donald Trump on, Angela?
Could, but he won't. And let's talk about why. Let's dissect what he just said. He said that he doesn't agree with him and it doesn't have a place in their party. Why doesn't it have a place in their party, Rev? Because they're trying to grow the base. How disingenuous is that? He doesn't say this is racist, this is prejudice rhetoric that doesn't have any place here. He doesn't say that the people that were at Trump's rally the other day in New Hampshire saying we like this guy because he's talking about taking our country back, that very racially charged rhetoric we saw in 2010 grow with the Tea Party resurgence. He is not really serious about a diverse Republican Party. He's serious about trying to win, and I hope that people will see just what he said.
Dana, I have to say this when you mentioned the debate. There are now 14 candidates, and President Obama had a little fun with that today. Watch this.
We've got some healthy competition in the Democratic Party, but I've lost count how many Republicans are running for this job. They'll have enough for an actual Hunger Games.
Dana, it's going to be a lot of confusion. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, to get them all on stage, they'll have to be on piggyback or something. Maybe they can solve this by having chicken fights on the debate. That'd be pretty good.
Angela Ryan, Dana Milbank, thank you for your time tonight. Have a great 4th of July weekend.
You too, Reverend.
Thank you, Rev. You too.